All right, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, at thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1 Dawson.
No matter what car you buy from us, you get the freedom of the 7 days.
My bad. Goodfella1 Boxer get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Definitely appreciate everybody for checking in, man, and holding it down, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter too, if I say that, man. Been moving and shaking all day. So sit down and just talk a little bit. I was on early this morning talking about the Easter Junior fight with Rancis and Regis Progress. Just dropped the Progress video. Next week is fight week for Canelo and Danny Jacobs. Meant to look and see if there's any other fights coming up next week. I know Berto is taking on Hot Rod. I think that might be the fight of the week. Other than Canelo, Jacobs, Hot Rod really beat Marcus Brown, and they robbed him right when PBC started. And he ripped off 3 or 4 wins since then. You got the Canelo fight. Then Top Rank got a fight with Hot Rod and Berto, Drew and Costas. Pretty much that's what it is. And then the following week, you got Burchett and Vargas, Navete and Dogwa rematch, Hurd and J-Rock. So starting to heat up a little bit, man. But still, in my opinion, it ain't shit that I'm really getting excited about. I'm kind of hyped for the Hot Rod and Berto fight, to be honest. But on the Canelo card, you got Saddam Ali taking on Anthony Young, Virgil Ortiz taking on Mauricio Herrera. I think Cesar Cano pulled out. Lamont Rose versus Jonathan Oquendo. Jojo Diaz in the TBA. David Lemieux pulled out of the John Ryder fight. Somebody else put in. So it's not. What's going on in NBT Boxing? Crazy K, Calvin Johnson, Mark. What's going on? Flame on 24. What's going on? Ricky E2. Ricky E245. I'm tired, man. I have to move my couch out today. Got a new couch coming Tuesday. Clean the carpet. You know how that shit go, man. But yeah, man. Showtime is just ass, man. They need to go ahead and cancel that shit, bro. Showtime need to cancel it. I'll be covering Jacobs Canelo next week, man. So I don't see anything on there that excite me other than Virgil Ortiz taking on Herrera. But like again, man, I'm telling y'all, man, Hot Rod and Berto. I know Cali in town. Shout out to Town Business. JS, shout out to Cali Enigma. You go check them out. They going out to the Stockton to the Berto fight. Berto and Hot Rod is a good fucking fight. Fred Jackson, what's going on? Berto and Hot Rod, I'm telling you, man, Hot Rod can fucking fight. He beat Marcus Brown. So I'm hyped for that fight, bro. I'm hyped for Hot Rod and Berto. I'm hyped for Jacobs and Canelo as well, too. So those are 2 fights of the week that I would recommend to anybody. Obviously, we know what Canelo and Jacobs is going to bring. So I'm going to get into that next week. I'm going to chop out to the prediction video, break down a little bit of film. I ain't trying to hear nothing about the refs helping the Warriors out, man. Come on, man. Come on. Fucking James Harden shot 30%. That's what we should be talking about. James Harden shot 30%. Had he shot 45%, they would have won. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no refs. He shot 30%. You think this dude grabbed, I don't even want to talk about James Harden is a joke. James Harden is the biggest joke of all time. A playoff fucking failure. A miserable, it don't matter. He had 15, 20 points from the free throw line. He had 25 points and 15 free throws. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. The nigga's garbage when it come to April, May, and June. He ain't even making it to June. I would put this nigga in the same breath as a fucking Dwayne Wade and Kobe and them, man. Fuck up out of here. James Harden a fucking bum. Chris Paul old as a motherfucker. Shout out to Eric Gordon for fucking helping out today, but he garbage too. Should have kept Sweet Lou. Amir Shula, but yeah, let's talk about Showtime, man. I'll do NBA 101, man. My brain nuke. DJ 900, what's going on, man? I've been up all morning moving shit. Then I found out my cousin, he got like 40, 60 years. And my girlfriend brother, he got 30, 40 years. These young brothers, I ain't gonna say niggas, young brothers just throwing their life away for nothing, bro. We just, that shit just hurt my soul right now, man. But life goes on, man. Life goes on. Can't say I should have been there, would have, could have been there. Shit, I got a life too. But these young brothers in America just throwing it away, throwing their life away. They don't. I mean, how can we expect? Again, I'm gonna talk boxing in a second. How can we expect these young brothers to value somebody else's life and they don't value their life? So the shit is out of control. Man. We not valuing, black people not valuing our own lives. So how can we value somebody else's life, man? This shit crazy, man. It hurt, but all I can do now is just, put some money on his books and visit them when I can, man. And shit's tough out here, man. I know a lot of other brothers go through the same thing. My brother be doing the same shit, playing with the law. Can't do that, man. Make sure your license together. Make sure you pay your tickets. Make sure you take care of your kids. And, that's all you can ask, man. You can't feel sorry for these dudes, man. Can't save everybody. But Showtime last night, let's talk about Showtime, man. Showtime. Just cancel it, bro. Just take boxing off of Showtime. Showtime looking worse than HBO coming down the home stretch. You know what I'm saying? Because they about to have a wake and then a funeral. It's over with. Whoever approved that fight to be on television yesterday need to be shot. And look here, y'all know I fuck with Mauricio Jr, man. That's my guy. He from Toledo, man. I'm a forever support him, his family. But you want to know something, bro? Showtime Angelo King been hot garbage all year. Only good fight they had was Castano and Lara. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's been trash all year. You know what need to happen? Mauricio Jr. Let's start off right there. Mauricio Jr. need to get rid of your daddy. I hate to say it. Make him your manager. Do what Tim Bradley did. Let him hold the mitts every now and again. Go get you somebody that can teach you how to use your ability. Mauricio Jr. physically has pound for pound top 5 ability. When you talk about speed, height, power, footwork, he's an all-around, all-American blue chip athlete. He's athletic as it gets at 35 pounds. There's nobody more athletic and more gifted physically than Mauricio Jr. Not Devin Haney, not Teofimo Lopez, not Lomachenko. Physically, I'm not saying skill-wise. Physically, he got it all. But skill-wise is where the difference at. Skill-wise, you see the difference between Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. You see that difference. And he ain't been building on what he can. But, Ransom Bartholomew, I don't need him to grace my TV ever again. You know what I'm saying? My TV was the break when they see Ransom Bartholomew throw a punch. I couldn't blame him for breaking. But at the same time, Steven Espinoza, I don't know if it's like Fox carried the first half of the year, then Showtime carry out the stretch run, but he need to be putting his resume in somewhere else. I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a point that Easter can't punch. Easter can punch, but you gotta, Charleston. You gotta know where you gotta have a missile to get the bomb there, and Easter don't have a missile to get the bomb there. Easter can crack. He can crack for a 35-pounder. I'm not saying he Mikey, out there, but he can fucking punch. He just don't know how to use it, man. He don't know how to place his punches, dog. He don't know how to use what he got. But Showtime is just garbage. You know what I'm saying? We talking about PBC as a whole. Like, dude, PBC looking real light, man. Real talk. All these good matchups y'all got, and that's not even like talking about the other side. Ramirez, Crawford, Boost Putin, who else you got? Berturbia. We ain't even talking about that shit. We talking about within the PBC realm, man. They got enough fights to keep Showtime happy and to keep PBC happy, but when you overpay people, this is the type of fights you gotta get. These are the type of fights you're gonna get when you gotta overpay people. Instead of Gary Russell, Santa Cruz, Tank could be fighting. They could have got Tevin over there. I mean, Tank could be fighting anybody. He ain't got nowhere to go but up. And then you go down the line, and shit, you could have Mikey going down to 40, taking on somebody. But it is what it is. Shouldn't they be looking to bring bring more guys together? I mean, like I said before, they not looking to make the best fights right now, and Showtime is just getting the bullshit fights. They're gonna be carrying that 704 Josu. They're gonna be carrying that Gervonta Tank Davis again bull fight. So it's trash. It's pure trash for the whole year. And then I was watching Barbershop Conversation on Instagram, and at some point this nigga gotta grow up here, bro. I know Broner probably was just fucking around, joking with him, man. At some point, man, you got to be like, look here, dog. You the nigga that's out here doing the stupid shit. Like, if you didn't do stupid shit and making my people look bad, then I wouldn't have nothing to say. These fighters sit on YouTube just as a lot of us sit on YouTube and watch other people's channels. And, they get mad, when people say the truth, or, even if it's a stretch truth, then you shouldn't even put yourself in a position, and then now you expect Fred to censor his words about what he said about him, man. Like I said before, man, Adrien Broner get all the backlash that he deserved. You lucky that nigga even mentioning your name. Mention he said Top Rank is looking desperate. Top rank ain't gonna be desperate, man. Bob Arum don't give a fuck about Terence Crawford to be desperate in the first place. Top Rank don't care about they don't care about Terence Crawford, bro. So I mean, why Bob Arum desperate, man? Bob Arum a very smart guy. He finessed the company. That was Muhammad Ali company, according to Kurt Sugar. He finessed Ali. He not worried about Terence Crawford. He not worried about no fucking Terence Crawford. Top Rank ain't no desperate over no Terence Crawford. They don't care if Crawford step away from the game tomorrow. They get desperate when it regard to Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? They get desperate when it regard to them. But Stephen Espinoza protected Fred. He said, well, he entitled to his opinion. But that's the same weasel ass motherfucker. And I pay attention to everything that tried to hold Fred and protect Keith Thurman. And that's what he gonna do, is protect his fighters. And that's what they do. PBC is a big protection agency, bro. That's what it stands for. Protecting boxing boxers, chumps. Protecting boxing chumps. They just a big protection agency, man. If I was a big superstar, or my daughter needed protection like Sue Young going to school, I'm gonna call PBC. I'm gonna call protection boxing chumps. No, protecting boxers and corporate, whatever the fuck. I'm gonna call them niggas to protect me. I don't need no bulletproof truck like Young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no fucking bulletproof limousine. I don't need no fucking bulletproof vest like fucking 50 Cent. Just call PBC, man. They give you the best protection out there. They protect you from PBC. They protect you from PBC, fighters. They protect you from Top Rank. They protect you from the zone. They protect you from baby mamas. They pay your legal fees. You know what I'm saying? They pay your casino debts. You dying. They gonna make sure your family, man, it's the best protection you can have. You don't need insurance. You don't need no insurance. You don't need no bulletproof Bentley, whatever Young Dog got 50 something shots. You don't need no vest like 50. Call PBC. Call PBC. They got you. You know what I'm saying? You need your house protected? Call PBC. You had a Watson twin standing up front side of your house. Like they Brasido Brown. Yeah, for sure. Real box talking one-on-one. Everybody do the same shit. Everybody do the same shit, real boxing talk one-on-one. I ain't saying that. Everybody do the same shit, but everybody got this imagination that PBC don't do the same thing. Everybody protecting their own, big stars, and they not gonna consolidate their stars, man. That's just what it is. At the end of the day, Danny James and Canelo, that's still Matchroom versus Golden Boy. You know, that's what it is, man. But they need to be protecting Showtime, man. Because it's scared of what it do. Alan Martinez, what it do? Mew Ying, I see you in the chat. I mean, they need to be putting the Washington Twins out there to protect Showtime. Steven Espinoza gonna be out of a job in a minute. You know what I'm saying? His checks might be bouncing as we speak. That budget looking light. But you know what? I'm gonna hold my opinion until after the year's up. But you know what? Wilder in Brazil ain't gonna say that shit neither. Nobody give a fuck about that fight. Only interesting thing about Wilder in Brazil is that Brazil been talking shit, and we might get a mean Brazil. We might get a mean Wilder out of that. But other than that, I don't care about no Wilder Brazil. Like Wilder, he didn't lost me in the court of opinion. Donald Brown, I see you. Appreciate it. You know, I don't give a shit about Wilder and Brazil fighting. I like Wilder. You know, but I really don't give a shit about it. If it ain't Joshua and Wilder, I mean, I'm at that point. But you know what? I do want to see Darwin in Brazil get his mouth shut. I kind of want to see that shit in person. I want to see the Jerry curl juice drip, 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 drip off his head. I want to see the Jerry curl juice drip off his head. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really care about the fight. As far as the higher ranks in boxing, but I care about the results. You know what I'm saying? I want to see an angry Wilder. I hope Wilder come in that whole 229, 230 just to see. But as far as the grand scheme of atmosphere, the landscape of boxing, don't do nothing for that, man. You know, Showtime would be better off if they just did Wilder fights. If they just promoted Wilder fights and Wilder fought 4 times and they just did 4 fights a year and did 4 or 5 or 6 showbox fights, I respect Showtime more than that shit they put on last night. You know, Showtime needs to stop it, bro. And then on top of that, you know, you want to let Devin Haney leave. You gonna let Jaron Ennis leave. You know, you ain't even in a position to. That's how I know Showtime boxing about to be done. And Fox probably gonna hire Steven Espinoza to run boxing. Watch what I tell you. Showtime see HBO out the game. They just a copycat of HBO. Oh, HBO out. They on their way out. They supposed to have 20. They supposed to have what? They supposed to have 26 fight days this year. Man, nigga, we ain't even hit half of that. We had Tank, not including pay-per-views. We had Tank, Lara, maybe let's say 2 showbox cards, so 4 or 4. The Shields fight 5, and then you had Eastern them last night. 6 fight. You had 6 fights, and we almost at the halfway point. And you had Wilder lined up. Other than Wilder, what else they got lined up? That's 7 fight cards, bro. You supposed to have 24 fight days. I said Jaron Ennis about to leave. He in a promotional issue right now. But shit, the Zone trying to sign him. The Zone sign. What's up, Jay Thomas? The Zone signing up half of Philly, bro. All the Philly fighters signing with the Zone. He can go into the Zone, or possibly Top Rank if he get this promotional thing situated out. He said, "I thought Spence was truly about it. He let me. Yeah, of course, man. Of course, man. I mean, shit, man. It is what it is. Sean Reach is going to dog walk. I'm not sure he going dog walk Josh Taylor, but I do. I'm starting to believe he can beat him. But I don't know. I might see Taylor performance versus Barashnik. That's gonna be a dog fight. You know, that's gonna be a dog fight. Like I said before, I don't like the way Regis react to getting hit. You know, and Taylor, I don't like the way he don't move his head. That got the if they both got the intangibles, you know, heart, you know, spirit, and they both really dogs. And I think Taylor got the most dog in him in the UK. And what I believe hold up, that's gonna be a classic. Progress. You know, when at some point when you hit somebody and you hit them and they're able to take your punishment and dish it back out, I think that's that type of fight it is with Taylor. I think Taylor gonna be able to take his punishment and dish it back out on him. Like I said before, you know, Taylor's a switch hitter, so the southpaw advantage may not be an advantage. That's just a great fight. That's just a great fight. I'm not ready to say Regis the best, but I'm I'm on the cusp. But I gotta see what Barashnik is a good fighter. Barashnik is a good fighter, y'all. Barashnik can fucking fight. You know, good physical, fast fighter. You know, got a lot of stamina, a lot of power, throw everything at one. This is a perfect fight to get, you know, Taylor ready for progress. But like I said before, I don't have no doubts in my mind that Taylor wouldn't have did that to Relic neither. That's a dog-eat-dog type of fight. Cool Man said, man, what's going on? That's a dog-eat type of fight. He said, what you think about it? I didn't see FA and Jobway fight last night. I said he hit the nigga after the thing. I seen the highlights. But I like him Jobway. He look like he gonna be a really good technical fighter. And they seem, you know, but you really don't know until with heavyweights until they get to that level. The boys had a little war this weekend. That's nice to see. But he come from a fighting family. His sister may be the best fighter in the family when it's all said and done. But he come from a fighting family, you know what I'm saying? So, but Progress and Taylor is a dream fight come true. I'm like I said, I wouldn't bet on that fight, to be real. You know, I wouldn't bet on that fight. Like I said before, it's too many unknowns. Regis Progress is 29 years old. His only test been versus Relic. Remember, Relic got beat by Ricky Burns and Rancis, both questionable. Taylor only got, 13 fights. Switch hitter. Don't move his head enough, but he got the best trainer in the UK, Shane McGuinness. Work up and down. He had a tough test versus Victor Postol. That's how I know Victor Postol wasn't dead. Victor Postol still got it. He had an awkward, loopy fighter this weekend, but Postol is still a good fighter. CB Sports TV was going on. Iron Mike was going on. Postol is really a good fucking fighter, bro. I still like Postol. You know, he a little bit stiff for me, but he's a good fighter. You know, yeah, F.A. and Jobway, I fuck with him, bro. Good. I like everything about him, man. He got Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields is probably the best trainer in the game. You know, Regis and Josh will be. Yeah, Mikey need to retire, man. Y'all think I was bullshitting with that video? F.A. and Jobway kind of let speed to come. Speed to come. I don't be worried about speed with heavyweights. You know, it'll come with just more repetitions. He'll look way more smoother than what he is. Same thing for the boys. He'll look smoother than what he is. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury at one point looked like a clumsy, lumpy, loopy type of fighter. All that comes with repetition, man. Balance, fluidity, just repetition, man. That's just what it comes with. You ain't gonna be fucking Muhammad Ali, hit the light switch and be in bed before the lights go off, you know. But you will be out. You know, if Wilder and Joshua don't be careful, one of them young niggas gonna knock them niggas out. I'm telling you that right now. They go for Wilder and Joshua. Corey Lee, what's going on? One of them young niggas gonna knock them the fuck out, bro. I like a few of them dudes. I haven't seen the Gorman guy. I'm gonna watch some tape of him coming up. But the boys, I like him and Jobway. I like him. I like him and I like the boys in Jobway equally. And then again, you're going to have some people that you don't expect to come. It's always somebody that rise from the fucking ashes. What's up, Ladders? I see you. It's always somebody that you don't never see coming. Like Crawford. Ain't nobody see fucking Crawford coming. Who seen Crawford? Only person I heard talk about Terence Crawford. Y'all can't pronounce his name. Y'all heard about him. The only person I heard talk about Terence Crawford like 7 years ago was Nesh from the Boxing Voice. And he be at the fights and he see him fighting deep on the undercard. What up, Mr. White? I see you. You know, that's the only guy I heard talking about. That's how I found out about Terence Crawford. He the only guy that was talking about him. So yeah. So I was, you know, that's the only reason I knew about him. But it's always a Crawford that come out of nowhere. You know, low-key Broner came out of nowhere. Who else you had a few? Corey Lee, appreciate it, bro. Said salute to the hard work, Spence stretches Porter. I don't believe that to be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he knocked out Porter. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, man, it's always guys that come out of nowhere, man. You know, my favorite fighter is all the niggas in the tournament. You know what I'm saying? All the niggas that's in the tournament, my favorite fighter. Knew you what Donaire. I've been fucking with Donaire even after he lost to Rigondeaux and Walters, because Donaire was a real champion, bro. Donaire, he didn't have to fight Rigondeaux, but he did. He didn't have to go fight Nicholas Walters, but he did. Donaire is a real champion. In my opinion, he a Hall of Famer, bro. Just off the strength of that, he's a real fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a real fighter. He's a pro's pro. He's somebody that guys can look up to, you know. Crawford my number one fighter in the world, period. But Inoue, I've been rocking with him for a long time, you know. He a real fighter, you know what I'm saying? Progress, Taylor, Barashnik, all them dudes, man. They my favorite fighters because you know what? They want to fight the best. And they not just talking. They not just, talking about it. They actually hop in the tournament. So you ask who my favorite fighter is, even all the cruiserweights that's in the tournament, all them dudes that want to be the best. Donaire shows you that Bobby Arum didn't want him to fight Rigondeaux, but he fought him. He took control of his career and he fought him. He took a chance. He took a gamble. He took a risk. He fought him. Man, where is the Donaire now? None of these dudes, all these dudes scared to take an ass whooping. Appreciate it, Mr. White in Super Chat. All these dudes scared to take an ass whooping, man. I remember in the whole 140-pound division was fighting each other. And I also remember when they sat there and they boxed out Paul Williams and act like he didn't exist. What's up, Golden Gloves? LDTB. I remember they boxed out Paul Williams. Margarito didn't want no fucking rematch with that guy. He beat him. Carmen Cintron beat Carlos Katana beat Paul Williams. Paul Williams, he gave Paul Williams a rematch. He beat Katana. Keith Thurman beat an old Katana. But Katana could fucking fight. Carmen Cintron could fight when his mind was right. But all these dudes was fighting, man. Pacquiao Mayweather ducked the fuck out of Paul Williams, man. He ducked the fuck out of Paul. I mean, I can go on and on about shit, man. Corey Spinks, moving up and fighting the undisputed with a number one guy at middleweight. He fought Jermaine Taylor. You know what I'm saying? You just go on and on. Winky fought Bernard Hopkins. I thought Stinky Winky won that fight, man. I remember all that shit was going down, man. When I talk about Chad Dawson, people just say, oh, man, Chad Dawson, Burnside Avenue was a bum. I said Chad Dawson took over that division after Roy Jones got knocked the fuck out. He was forced to lean back. Chad Dawson took over that division. He beat shit out of Tarver, Glenn Johnson, and he beat Thomas Adamick. And a lot of people, Chad was a bitch ass whoop-de-whoop. I said, when Chad was with Floyd Mayweather Sr., Chad was trained by Floyd. I said, well, you don't know. You talking about shit you don't know about. He the reason Thomas Adamick moved up to cruiserweight to heavyweight. I believe he stopped at cruiser. That was Chad Dawson was beating their ass. You know what I'm saying? But then again, people who just remember him getting beat up by Pascal and stopped by Ward and going back up and getting stopped by Stevenson, yeah, in your opinion, he a bump. He a bump. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that. I remember him before that. I've been watching boxing for over 25 years. I've been watching boxing for over 25 years, believe it or not. I remember Holyfield, when the night Tyson bit off Holyfield's ear, I was a kid. I was watching that shit. I remember that shit, man. Real talk. Oscar and Trinidad, I watched that fight over and over again, man. And I thought Oscar De La Hoya won the fight. But you know what? I couldn't get mad because Oscar De La Hoya, he cruised in the second half of that fight. Oscar De La Hoya, the first 6 rounds of that fight, it wasn't a welterweight on the planet that was going to beat Oscar De La Hoya. It wasn't, nobody on that planet was going to beat Oscar De La Hoya in that ring. The first 6 rounds, Oscar De La Hoya looked unstoppable. He looked like the best fighter in boxing. But he listened to his corner and told him to cruise, and Trinidad stole the fight. DMV Dallas Cowboys salute, bro. Oscar, you remember all that shit, man. But yeah, let's talk about Spence. I ain't got that much. I'm tired of the motherfucker. This kind of woke me up a little bit. I'm moving furniture, cleaning carpet and shit like that, man. So it is what it is. But yeah, Spence said he's stopping Porter. I don't know, man. I'm talking to Cali, man, and he talking me out of that shit. He seen Porter fight live. And he says Porter is one of the most athletically gifted fighters he's seen fight live. He go quite a few more fights than I do around these days. But I don't know, man. I ain't never seen Porter really, hurt. That'd be a statement. If Spence stopped Porter, that'd be a big, big statement, man. That'd be a huge statement, man. That'd make a lot of people forget that he ain't fighting Terence Crawford. And I think that'll sway the public opinion. in his way. But Shawn Porter, a tough fighter. Like I said, Shawn Porter quick. Broner dropped Shawn Porter with a punch. You ever play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? Or Injustice, you just smashing buttons and you fuck around and do a special move. I remember you could do that versus. I remember back in the 90s. Was it the 90s or the early 2000s when Marvel vs. Capcom came out? Remember when that shit came out? Niggas just, as we kids, we just smash buttons and do one of their super moves and, tag one of our homies in and shit like that. That's kind of what Broner did. He mashed a lot of buttons and then he made a boxing move, man. So, call Shawn slipping. But other than that, you got to remember Shawn was a guy that that fought at 165 as an amateur, 154 as a pro. And quite frankly, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, all them dudes should follow the guys, Charles Hadley and all them. They should really be fighting, with Hadley and them at 54. But, it is what it is. He said he's stopping Shawn. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting with Shawn going to safe mode. Now that Shawn is showing the ability to box and fight on the outside. I mean, with Shawn going to safe mode is the question. Obviously, Mikey Garcia was able to survive. And if, Mikey Garcia was able to push Errol Spence back with his desperation shots, I think Shawn Porter is dangerous. Like I said before, I think Shawn Porter can hit Errol Spence, make it rough for Errol Spence. This is a really tough fight. My boy John DMV say, y'all go support his channel too, man. Cowboy, he got some good content. I can't see Earl stopping Shawn, but I can see Ashford for 12 rounds. Yeah, I could, but just thinking about it, when somebody give me a different aspect or angle on it, if Shawn come with the right game plan, Shawn can make it look competitive. And that game plan will make some boxing and bulldozing with his head down the middle, in my opinion. But Shawn, he got awkward shots, real looping shots. He bring them motherfucking wild hooks from Nebraska, and they really be accurate, and it'll be an interesting fight. With Shawn boxing the back foot and then press headbutt Errol Spence. Have you really ever seen Errol Spence, deal with a guy that's rough and tough like Shawn Porter? You know what I'm saying? Elbows. It's a good test for him. Not just saying that he built up to a Thurman fight or a Spence fight, but this is a good test for him to build towards, future opponents that could fight on the interior, fight on the inside. So that's how I look at it for him, man. But it's different from Ugas. Ugas is a counterpuncher, and Shawn Porter fought Ugas the wrong way. He fought Ugas trying to prepare to fight Errol Spence, boxing on outside using angles. Mew Ying and Super Chat said B4 in favor of A4 in favor of Earl on one low blow, one blowout Shawn. I can see A4. I can see him, I just don't really know how this fight go as far as I know Earl should win. But him stopping Shawn, I'm just trying to think of an opponent that he's fought like Shawn. And I can't think of nobody that's athletically as gifted as Shawn, but Shawn gave Keith some problem because Keith, is a finesse more fighter. It'll be a good fight though. Obviously I think it's gonna be a good fight. We expect Porter to lose, but we'll see if Porter jump in with his head, elbows, and work the body. I just didn't like the way Errol Spence kind of flinched and kind of respected Mikey Garcia power. He respected Mikey Garcia power a lot, man. So I don't know, man. He gonna respect Shawn Porter strength and power? I believe so. I don't see, if Errol Spence go out there and try to bulldoze Shawn Porter early, he might get caught with something. I don't like the way he was protecting his neck versus Mikey. Yeah, Earl should could box in this fight. Or if Shawn trying to box on the back foot, it'd be interesting to see if Earl can cut the ring off on Shawn. That'll be a good test to get ready for Thurman, then Bud. But if he stops Shawn, I think that's the biggest statement that he can make at this time. He stopped Shawn. He put Crawford on notice. He put Thurman on notice. That's a big statement that he can make, in my opinion. Because you see a robbery or wide scorecards for Errol Spence. Yeah, I can see wide scorecards for Errol Spence. Robbery, no. I don't think they gained nothing. I don't think they gained nothing from Shawn Porter winning. I don't think they gained anything. Unless protecting Keith Thurman. So that kind of gets you thinking. Had Earl went out there and destroyed Mikey, I think a lot of us would be like, okay, it's a possibility he can, destroy Shawn Porter. But once you step up in competition, those knockouts stop coming. Flame on 24 said, I think he'll beat Shawn the same way he beat Mikey. Yeah, possibly. So you think Shawn will go into survival mode? He can't be reckless versus Shawn. He can't. But when has Errol Spence really been reckless? Errol Spence ain't really been reckless, man, unless it's versus Algieri. But even when he was pressing Algerian Bundu, it wasn't reckless. He squares up a lot, but his technique is pretty good. Shawn Porter, Errol Spence don't waste punches. If Errol Spence is hitting you on your arm or hitting you on your wrist or hitting you on your solar plex or hitting you on your stomach or just hitting you on your shoulders, it has a how can I say it has a purpose. It may be to set something else up. You know what I'm saying? So it has its purpose. If he hitting you on the shoulder, hitting you on the arms, the wrist, he's setting something up. So I had never really seen Errol Spence get out of position, even to get the knockout. To me, he's a very, very safety first fighter, aggressive safety first fighter, if that makes sense, He really not gonna get out of position, and that's real. Even with Kell Brook, he was getting his head knocked back. He never went for broke and went wild and tried to, take his head off. So, good fighter, but but like he was saying, man, he just basically said, he been saying what he always been saying. He says that he want to get 3 belts, so the Bud thing ain't 50-50. So it's business. All he did this weekend was go to Vegas and talk business. After all the videos I done did, I didn't see Fred ask a nigga about the Amir Khan fight, or the dude from Fight Hype asking. None of them dudes that was there, man. Like at a certain point, before I get off here, at a certain point, man, like why the fuck is these niggas going into the field, man? And I say this with the most disrespect that I can say. Yes, I said disrespect. Don't. Oh, he said he did. All right, I missed it. Well, I'm gonna exempt Fred from that shit. But all I'm saying is, why the fuck are we holding cameras if we asking these niggas about business shit? Okay, man, he said the shit with Keith Thurman. Okay, I didn't see Fred shit. I was just seeing the Fight Hype. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Yeah, I'm gonna go check Fred shit. I apologize. I don't care about the fucking 50-50. I know what but he said it again and again. He want to get the 3 belts so he can hit the lion's share of the money. I understand that. It's chess, not checkers. Okay. Good, man. Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. And Earl said he picked Porter fight in Brooklyn. Good for him, man. Good for him. I'm not gonna be a patron of that. I watch it on Fox, but I'm not going to that shit, man. I think I might go to Tony Harrison and Charlo, and that's what I'm gonna do. I love going to Brooklyn too, man. I like it. Million said Earl will beat Shawn and Danny. He will draw with Keith so they can milk that fight with the rematch and prolong the Bud fight. Damn. He said he blaming everything on Bob Arum. I know he will. And at the end of the day, smart thing to do because Bob Arum has been Shawn Porter. Bob Arum has been, responsible for a lot of big fights not happening. He could blame everything on Bob. I know he said, Bob, nobody want to fight you if you do business with you, disrespect him. Like, man, we know you don't really want to fight that nigga. We know you really don't want to fight that nigga. Jermell getting stopped. I'll tell you that right now. If he don't change his ways, he don't fight calmer, he don't fight looser. Nigga, he need to smoke a whole blunt before he fight Tony Harrison. He fight with too much built up anger. He a walking knockout, bro, for Tony. No, Tony ain't been eating lamb chops and, going to Views, getting lamb chops and going to the Pantheon, getting lamb chops and getting Patron shots and he ain't getting out of shape, should be an easy fight for Tony Harrison if Jermell Charlo don't change it up. If Jermell Charlo go back to what he once was a boxer with good lateral movement, in and out movement, excellent boxing skills, catch and shoot, counter slip, and box, he beat Tony Harrison. But if he come in as the Errol Spence clone Derek James got him going into, he about to get, in my Corey Lee voice, stretch season. He about to get stretched. Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go for my 2000 babies. He about to get stretched. I'm telling y'all niggas, man, that nigga about to get knocked out. Now, if he come in and fight and use his natural ability and fight like Jermell Charlo, then he get the victory. That's as simple as that. If he beat Jermell Charlo, the Charlo that fought Charles Muyaki, the Charlo that fought Demetrius Hopkins, the Charlo that fought Gabriel Rosado, in my opinion, it's not a 154-pounder that can beat him. But if he come in as an Errol Spence clone, you might as well get that heating pad ready on the stretcher. Get a hot towel for the nigga neck. You know, you might as well go ahead and get that fucking neck brace ready. Go ahead and size his neck up because Tony Harrison is going to let that right hand go. And that's just the fact of the matter of it is, man. But, you know, we kind of talk about Earl. Earl is talking all business now, man. You know, one thing that need to stop is niggas negotiating through the media. Me and Callie was talking about that shit the other night. You know, he was like, man, they need to stop negotiating through the media. And that go for Eddie Hearn. They go for all these fighters. Just keep that shit behind closed doors. Now you got everybody talking business. Errol Spence shouldn't be out here talking about, you know, I want to get 3 belts so it won't be a 50-50. Like, nigga, like, it really, in my opinion, sound like you don't want to make the fight happen. You saying strap season, but no, it's selective strap season. Eddie Hearn said Mikey helped the of course Mikey helped the pay-per-view box. It was black versus Mexican. Errol Spence came out in Mexican colors. Who was he playing? What crowd he was playing towards? Yeah, the Mexican crowd, the one that came to support Mikey. Any nigga with a brain know that. If Errol Spence was responsible for the majority of the 400,000 pay-per-views, him and Shawn Porter would be on pay-per-view. But he just telling me who he really is, bro. I don't want to get the 3 belt. You say strap season? No, it's selective strap season. I want that belt, not that belt, that belt. You know, that fight ain't gonna get no bigger than what it is now. It is what it is. You can get it's an undisputed showdown. I really don't care. And I think Bobby, Jill, and Jack, and Mike, they don't care neither about it being undisputed because they don't know neither one of you guys. What's up, Angel? They don't know these dudes, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna fuck around and do that shit one day. I'm gonna take a camera and I'm gonna go to several popular locations in Detroit. In Detroit, if they have a fight in Detroit, it's a great turnout, man. And I'm gonna go ask people, do you know who Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is? I'm gonna ask random people. You know, I'm gonna post it on YouTube. You know, I'm gonna just go to the malls, you know, ask random people in parking lots in the mall, ask them for permission, and I'm gonna do a long video. I'm gonna ask like 10 people at one location, 15 people at another location, 20 people at one. I'm gonna have about 50 in the clip. I'm gonna roll all 50 of them motherfuckers. Do you know who Terence Crawford is? Do you know who Errol Spence is? Do you know who Terence Crawford is? And watch how I prove that the majority of Americans don't know. The majority of Americans don't fucking know. Even in a city like Detroit, they don't know. I go to Toledo. I go to fucking Toledo. I go to Indianapolis, Chicago, Sandusky, Cleveland. I'm right there. And I go to these cities, man, and I ask these people with a camera. And I'm going to ask them, do you know who the fuck this guy is? No. No, teenagers, grown women, MILFs, old men, young men, all of them. No. I do not know who this guy is. And it's just the fact of the matter is, man, and like I said before, it is what it is, man. He coming out here watching YouTube and regurgitating what YouTubers saying, man, get a fucking life. Get a fucking life. Tell me how you gonna beat Crawford. Don't be yelling strap season and you ain't fight him. it's pathetic, man. It's pathetic. He set up these fights and he set up there with them interviewers and like I said, man, fuck them dudes, man. Fuck that whole side, man. I'm rolling with whoever fighting the best. I'm rolling whoever fighting the best. If Regis Progress and them niggas fighting the best, I'm rolling with them. You know, if Canelo continue to fight the best, you know, I know I hate to fucking roll with him, but I'm gonna be a patron and just, you know, just see him fight the best. If that's why I gotta get the best fight, if I gotta go to the 75-pound division and watch the whole European invasion there, cruiserweight, super bantamweight, super flyweight, I'm there. Because it's just getting sad, man. It's getting big sad, man. But let me end this shit off. Last 15 minutes, man. He said, I'm at the world, don't know who to like. Man, I don't like none of these niggas, man. I don't like anybody that's fighting the best. Anybody that's fighting the best. Anybody. Ain't none of these niggas fighting the best but the dudes in the tournament. You see the minute Jermell Charlo stepped up to a certain level opponent, that motherfucker got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. These dudes is fucking jokes. And I'm not saying that I believe Terence Crawford 100% want that Errol Spence fight. My whole premise is I think he a better fighter. Period. I think he a by far better fighter. I don't really think. I think it's a gap there between skill level. My personal opinion. You know. Charlo won. Charlo got his ass whooped. He gonna get his ass whooped again too if he don't change. If Charlo think he won that fight and he said, "Oh, I ain't gotta change nothing. Oh, I just gonna change the judges," 100% guarantee ass whooping coming. 100% believe ass whooping coming. That nigga gonna cry right there in the ring. They might as well play Tupac. I shed so many tears. They might as well play Shed So Many Tears. If he really believe he won that fight and he ain't gotta change nothing up, you might as well cue Tupac Shed So Many Tears. Or Stevie Wonder, I don't cry no more. No more. Tony Wood, my ass again. He knocked me out for real. I want them two songs to be queued up. Tell Tony, man, cue them hoes up, man. Get a mix, Shed So Many Tears and Stevie Wonder. Cue that shit up. Send that bitch ass nigga back to Houston crying. Wherever he from, Louisiana or Houston, wherever he from, send his ass back home crying and tell his brother too, you can come get your ass whooped too. I like his brother though. I like Jamal. But Jermell rubbed me the wrong way. But you know what? I still think he beat Jerry Hurd. I don't give a fuck with these niggas. If he was Tony, he ain't even gonna sniff Jerry Hurd. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna touch him. But let's close out on Floyd and fucking Al. Them two niggas destroyed the sport. For real. For real. They didn't intentionally. I don't know if they intentionally did it, but Mayweather responsible for that shit. And Al. You know. But they also responsible, you know, for getting Canelo paid, to be honest. You know. They responsible for getting Canelo paid. They responsible for Triple G getting paid. They responsible for Terence Crawford getting his check. They changed the landscape of boxing. They changed the pay scale for boxing. And like I said before, when Al Heyman implemented his business plan, he made sure his fighters got every dime they deserve. You know what I'm saying? Alex Santos was going on. He made sure that they got overpaid, and all really started with Andre fucking Berto. Andre Berto sucked fucking HBO dry. Appreciate it, X Factor. Salute. You know, he sucked HBO the fuck dry. He did. You know. And, you know, that's one of the reasons they kicked him off of HBO, Al Heyman, is because he was getting his fighters paid too much for low risk fights. His fights wasn't producing the ratings that they was used to producing. You know, he raised the status quo up in boxing. So He the reason these niggas talking business. He the reason they getting every deal. But the positive thing about it is that he not fucking his fighters though. He getting his fighters paid, and he taking less money than a standard rate for an advisor or manager go. He setting this guy up for success. He done made this shit, and he done made an individual sport with team sport concept. That's what he done. He made the individual sport with team sport concept. You know what I'm saying? And what I actually mean by that is that they getting ball player money. Some of them. It might not be LeBron, but they getting money like in the NBA. Okay. All right. I play the fucking Rockets. I play the Rockets. I play the Clippers. I play the fucking Nets, and then I play the fucking Orlando Magic in the week. Next week, I play fucking the Warriors twice, a home and away. Let's say that. I fuck around. I go play the Bucks. I go play Boston, and then I fuck around and finish in Toronto. Last week, I made I know my game check was $5 million. This week, my game check was $5 million. Don't fucking matter. It don't matter who the fuck I played. My game check is still $5 million at the end of the fucking week. Boxing, same thing. I'm getting $3.5 million plus probably something on the back end to fight Ocampo. I'm getting $3.5 million to fight Lamont Peterson. I'm getting $3 million to fight, who the fuck else? To fight Adrien Broner. It don't matter. Why would I take 3.5, or why would I take $4 million to fight Shawn Porter? Or why would I take $4 million to fight Errol Spence if I'm Keith Thurman? When I can get 3.5 or 2.5 plus shit on the back end, I can get numbers closer than that fighting another dude. That's what I mean by I kind of got ball player tendencies. Because no matter who the fuck y'all play, guess what? At the end of the week, I'm going to get that $5, $10, $15, $20 million check. In boxing, no matter who the fuck I fight, I'm going to still get $3, $4, $5 million at the end of the day, whatever it may be. Okay, if I fight, I fight Devon Alexander if I'm Errol Spence. I'm just saying a hypothetical. Okay, I don't get 3.5. I get 2.5. I get $2 million. I get 2.5. Okay. Well, if I keep Thurman, I only get 3.5. He said Al Hammond been putting on better fights than all the other promoters. Yeah, in the last couple years. Yeah, this year. I don't fucking know. As far as the names, he been killing the names. Charlo, Broner, Charlo, Broner, who else? Who else? Tank, Heather Hardy, Fabian Madonna, Rasheed Warren was all on the card I went to last year. But as far as getting your best fights, I mean, I heard Dahani and Roman was a great fight. Estrada Sora Rivenstein, the first fight was good. I'm not sure about the second fight. But when you look at it this year, I don't think he had but two good fights. As far as the main event, and I think his two good fights was Lara and Castano and Uzataki versus Caleb Plant. And maybe I'm forgetting a fight or two in between there. But, for the zone, they had some good fights this year. ESPN, Zbeta and Ramirez was a good fight. I mean, Nervedes and Isaac Darbo was a good fight. Perturbi and Hot Rod once again. That was a great fight. That's going to be a great fight, excuse me. I'm telling you, that's probably going to be the fight of the weekend. If not Canelo. Like I said before, they destroyed that shit, man. Him and Floyd destroyed the concept of a poor man's sport. They made it a wealthy man's sport. And that's a fact. I don't care what none of these niggas say. Business-wise, it's good for it's good for the fighters. They don't have, I agree with, they don't have nobody robbing them or nothing like that. But as far as, the competition, I don't have to compete. I don't have Oscar De La Hoya telling me, I gotta go fight, this guy. I don't have Top Bob Arum telling me I gotta fight this guy. I can fight who I want to fight. Danny Garcia was when he fought Lucas Matisse, he chose to fight Lucas Matisse. He had 3 or 4 other opponents he could have chose. He had 3 or 4 of the opponents that he really could have had chose. But he chose to fight Matisse. You know? And Floyd and Al, when I say destroy boxing, I don't mean that. I mean that literally, but I don't mean it wasn't without good. You know? It wasn't without good happening. There's a lot of good things that happen. These dudes are comfortable, they get money, they got change, they family taken care of. But when you don't have to go out there and do something, and somebody give you a way out, a lot of these dudes on PBC is taking the back door and taking the side door, and very seldomly do they come out the front door. Real talk. When I say destroy boxing, it destroyed it for us. This shit, in my opinion, man, this shit is worse than the Pacquiao Mayweather shit. Real talk. And I started talking on YouTube after that happened. Right before that whole shit happened. Yup. What was it? 14? We started YouTube in 14. Yeah. And our channel, you go back and look at Colossal Sports TV, our channel, we rarely talked about that shit. You know, but that's that. I mean, this shit by far worse than that, man. You know, at least we'd go back and forth and say, Mayweather faster than Pacquiao. No, Pacquiao faster than Mayweather. Oh, Mayweather ain't fought whoop-de whoop whoop whoop. Well, Pacquiao ain't never fought whoop-de whoop whoop whoop. Oh man, Pacquiao's southpaw position might give Mayweather a little bit. Oh, Mayweather straight, man. We was talking like that. Now, in between that, was that some racial war going on? Yeah, man. A lot of niggas was fighting in the trenches for nothing. Dude, I wouldn't argue with niggas, man. I ain't got time for it. But it was better to me. I'd rather go back to that than do this shit. And that shit was terrible. That shit was terrible. That shit was about terrible because you had fighters that was sitting there hoping that Mayweather give them a chance. I'd rather go back to that shit, bro. I'd rather go back to that point in time than do this shit, man. Real talk. I'd rather go back to this shit today, man. They done polluted the whole industry, man. You got foreign guys talking business. You got guys that don't even know how to talk English talking about 50-50. I mean, real talk. Yup, short dog, you right. We stupid. We'll buy anything, bro. And I be trying to tell people, man, the boycott doesn't mean not to watch. It means not to give them your viewership through the Nelson ratings stream. But like I said, man, it is what it is, man. They did destroy this shit, man. But they also put growth, financial growth in, financial literacy in. But then again, all this financial literacy, all this financial growth Al Heyman giving them, the investment tips he could be giving them, all them niggas ain't taking advantage of. It's like going to school and saying, we got all these programs, you know what I'm saying? We got all these programs for y'all, you know what I'm saying? We got, you can take advantage of this free tutoring, these free iMacs we giving out. Also we got a taco truck in the back and chess clubs, and you don't take advantage of that shit. Come your senior year, or looking back at it, you wish you would have took advantage of a lot of those stuff and add that to your resume for whatever you do after high school. Same thing for boxing. Adrien Broner is a fool. He's a dude destined to go broke, paying legal fees and tricking off at the strip club. He's just ignorant. He ain't indicative of turning 29 and getting into his 30s. He ain't wised up. He ain't smart. All them niggas still living in the fantasy world. Oh, Rasheed Warren gonna be a champion again. In what fucking lifetime? Broner, I'm gonna be a champion again. Nigga, you don't even know how to throw a punch no more. Mauricio Jr., he living in a motherfucking fantasy land. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all these niggas gonna be just like Riddick Bowe. They gonna be just like Riddick Bowe, just like Holyfield, the rest of them, bro. A lot of them dudes made a lot more money than these dudes were, gonna make. And at the end of the day, these dudes thinking they balling off $3, $4, $5 million, man. That ain't shit. You got niggas that play in the NFL that gross hundreds of millions of dollars that's broke. You got dudes in the NBA right now that had $100 million contracts and it's gone. If the NBA went on strike, or shit, better yet, if the NFL went on strike, nigga, do you know that them dudes would be broke? They couldn't keep their houses up. They should be going to foreclosure. Cars would be getting repoed and shit. And these boxers don't even make, 20, 30% of uh of what these dudes make, what ball players make. You know what I'm saying? And this shit ain't shit but a big ass AAU. It's AAU unification, bro. All these niggas supposed to be rivals. They supposed to be competing, but secretly they butt buddies. They holding hands. They love each other. The Charlo's taking a whole bunch of money in New York and getting robbed, and Broner walking around with his jewelry on. It's just ignorance. It's like, damn, do you niggas y'all listen to what Jay-Z's saying? Are y'all learning from the fighters before y'all? No, they not. No, they not. They enjoy spending this money. They enjoy getting it. And I ain't mad at it, man. But one day, you might fight a motherfucker. You might, cherry pick might go wrong. You might lose. And then again, the money stop. And a lot of these dudes, I'm in on this. A lot of these dudes you lose. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't the same fighter. A lot of these dudes ain't got the mindset of, okay, I lost. I got knocked down. Let me get back up. And I'm gonna just dedicate myself even more. I'm gonna be more hungry. Most of these niggas get hurt and get knocked out and lose. A lot of these niggas crumble, man. They crumble like gingerbread, man. They not the same guy. They moving different. They don't want to do interviews no more. They don't show their faces up at the fights no more. They crying. They hurt. They don't know what to do. They go around and take a year off and get out of shape. Then they got to take a soft time. All these dudes lose and just don't be the same fighter. And somebody got to lose. Somebody got to lose. All you niggas hanging around the same weight class, somebody got to fight each other. But it's a big family affair. It's a big family affair. All these dudes was in the amateurs, hugged up with each other, dick riding each other at the fights. Oh, I love your chain, or I want to spar you, L. All these dudes doing that shit, man. But who really resilient? Who really can take a loss and come back? It's one thing for Deontay Wilder to say, when I lose, I'm coming back. It's one thing to say, but who actually can do it? And Jermell Charlo gonna be the first one one of the first ones to try to do it. Adrien Broner took a loss. He never recovered. He never was the same fighter. Never had the confidence no more. Crumbled. Who can come back and who can come back from that? Shawn Porter took a couple losses. He showed that, I'm gonna come back and do me. I'm gonna come back and do me. That's what Shawn say. I'm gonna come back and do me. Fuck what they talking about. I'm gonna still come back and build myself up and be a world champion. Shawn Porter passed the test. But who else can pass? A lot of these dudes gonna lose and they gonna get overweight. A lot of these niggas alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes don't take care of their body. They don't stay in shape in between fights. A lot of these dudes like to drink. It's a ton of these fighters I'm not gonna name by name. A lot of these niggas is alcoholics. They was getting on Spence. They was getting on Spence, but shit, man. I can name a few more that's alcoholics, bro. And their favorite line is, I don't drink. Bullshit. Oh, man. Whoever told me to get that before I get off that Mexican beer, what that shit called? Modelo? Oh, man, that shit the best thing I ever tasted beer-wise. If you don't like beer, man, get that Mexican beer, man. Modelo? Oh, man, you would never pick up another Corona, a Budweiser, a Bud Light, or Budweiser line. You'll never pick up that shit again, man. I scanned that bitch on a 6-pack, and that bitch had, $13? I was like, shit, $14? Man, these niggas said tripping. I said, you know what, man? I'm going to go pay this $14, man, for that shit, man. Man, that shit good as hell, man. I ain't know that shit was that good, man. I was like, shit, I got to go get me a 24-pack of that hoe. And I don't even drink but beer like that, bro. I don't even fuck with beer like that, bro. But that Modelo shit, man, oh, man. I sponsor them niggas for free. That shit so good, bro. I'm drinking that shit. I say, shit, ask my boy, you want one? Like, no. I drunk that bitch. I'm glad he didn't want one. I ain't asking the motherfucker again if they want one. That shit tastes good. Yeah, that shit good as hell. Somebody told me to get that shit, man. That shit's some crack. Oh yeah, Dos Equis was next to it. Dos Equis too. Okay, I'm gonna go get me some Dos Equis when I take my carpet cleaner back to Myers. I'm gonna give me some fucking Dos Equis, man. So Stella O'Reilly's fire too, man. Them motherfuckers good, man. We got some local breweries here, beer. You know, they got apple and pear shit. It's pretty good, but that Modelo, man, that shit is truth. That shit the truth. I ain't gonna lie, that shit wasn't even that cold when I got it neither, man. It was sitting there, man, shit, man. Them niggas got fan in me. Uno, dos, tres, cuatros, nigga. I'm with cinco quesadilla. I'm drinking that shit. For real, man. So I'm doing it for, I ain't even doing it because it's Cinco de Mayo. I'm doing that shit because that shit good as fuck. But they talk about shit. Whoever made that shit, man. I see why that MMA fighter did the commercial drink. I said, how they got an MMA fighter promoting beer? I see why now. Do you think Maurice Hooker could give a guy some problems at 47? Yeah, he can get some dudes some problems there. He got long reach too. He getting better too. He get some dudes problems. You know, he give Shawn Porter a little bit of problems. You know, he probably give Keith Thurman ass a little bit of problems. You know what I'm saying? You know, he can give some dudes some problems. He long. And he getting better by the fight. He getting more confident too. Yep. Good. He like, yeah. I ain't sure he can get like a guy like Earl some problems and Regis some problems, but any of them other rangy guys, he get them niggas some problems. He said, I heard Maurice Hooker gave Buzz some problems in sparring. Yeah, I mean, good fighter. You know, world champion versus world champion. You know, he's sparring. I don't really read too much into sparring. You know, I don't. But yeah, man, Hooker a good fighter, man, getting better. They sell stories the enemy is not another promoter, but the true boxing fans. Exactly, man. And not only that, the fighters can demand a fight if they really want to. If Errol Spence told Al, I want to fight Terence next, it could happen. But they'll sit there and probably pay Errol Spence to change his mind or talk him out of it. You guys should try generic beer. I'm gonna have to write that down. But it's sparring though, bro. Like Paul Savadoff gave Floyd problems, you know. Will Savadoff beat Floyd in a real fight? No. Lamont Peterson broke Floyd ribs. Will Lamont Peterson beat Floyd in a real fight? Hell no. Sparring is just, it's work. I don't really read too much into it, man. David Price dropped Anthony Joshua in sparring. Who picking David Price? I know he's about to fight Dave Allen. You know? But like I said before, we'll see. Errol Spence is definitely jumping into that LDBC persona, though. I say that. Everything they saying, he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Everything he's saying, they saying. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, that whole community ride on his shoulders. And to be honest, a part of me will be lying to tell you I'm hoping that nigga don't lose. I'm hoping that he lose. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so sick of this shit, man. I'm so sick of this shit about all this Errol Spence shit being flushed down our throat. And the nigga not that good. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I ain't never lied with you. At this point, it ain't. To me, it's personal now. It's personal. After he didn't sit there and he didn't held his nuts on us saying that it's man down and all that shit. Nah, like I ain't gonna lie. I hope that nigga lose, man. I want to see a lot of them niggas eat crow. I want to see a lot of niggas' channels die slow. My hopefully make sure they kids. Well, I hope that shit happen. It's the personal side of me talking right now. I hope that nigga lose. I ain't gonna lie. And motherfuckers gonna be, oh, you hating. Yeah, man, fuck that shit, nigga. I'm so tired of just, niggas requesting me to talk about this nigga. I'm so tired of niggas sitting at their little fucking desk and acting like these niggas know shit about boxing. I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of these niggas posing like they know about boxing. This shit gotta stop. As Pacquiao and Mayweather fought, a lot of motherfuckers' channels died after that fight happened. This shit gotta stop. I don't give a fuck if it's Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, Manny Pacquiao, Terence Crawford. This motherfucking train gotta stop. Real talk, he got to stop. And now he playing, he wearing the whole little LDBC persona now. Nah, he didn't, man, that nigga gotta be stopped. I was disgusted listening to that nigga this weekend, bro. I was disgusted listening to this nigga. I just rather him just shut the fuck up and not fight no more. Don't do no more interviews. No, I like the guy at first, man. I just don't like the nigga no more, man. I don't. He sounded just like, all the rest of them niggas, man. I ain't gonna never fake the funk with y'all niggas. If I ain't feeling the nigga, man, I ain't feeling them. And Wilder too, man. I like Wilder, man. But that whole shit he did, man. And I was like, you know what? Before I get up, I was like, you know what? He turned down the 3-fight, $100 million deal in the 4-120. I was like, you know what? I'm a fall back off. It's his prerogative. People saying that Joshua wasn't in the contract. And then it was at this moment where they asked him at his press conference with Dominic Brazil. They asked him, why did you turn down the money? I believe that's the question. He looked at Shelly Finkel and told Shelly Finkel to answer the question. Man, nigga, man, I was like, you know what, bro? I'm going to fall back off of him. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm going to fall back off him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I like him. I'm going to support him. You know what? But I'm going to fall back off. When he did that shit, because when you go out here and say, well, Jarrell Miller got 3 white men milking him, or AJ got the white man milking you. When you go out there and you say that type of shit, you say that shit and the white man milking AJ or the white man milking him, and then they ask you why you turn down the con. And look here, man. Had he answered the question and gave an educated answer, you know what? I'm like, yeah, okay. When he deferred to Shelly Finkel, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm like, you know what, man? I ain't getting caught up in this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I said I ain't getting caught up in it no more. I'm not co-signing no fighters no more, man. If I like a guy because he visually fighting the best, not just talking about fighting the best, then I'ma ride with him. But at that moment, Deontay Wilder lost a part of me as a fan. I still like the guy. But when he did that shit and he delegated to Shelly Finkel and he couldn't tell his white turn, I said, yeah, he on some whole shit. Okay? I was like, you know what? I was on his helmet. Me and the Golden Gloves. Boxing. I was like, oh, man, that's a duck. A lot of people want to sit here and, man, fuck them. Black, white, orange, yellow, green, Simpson yellow. I'm not putting my neck out here for no more fighters, man. If you sign the contract, you sign the contract. And my whole situation on Bud is I believe 100% that Bud is a better fighter than Errol Spence. That's my belief on it. That ain't me hating on the nigga, nothing like that. But that's what the fuck I believe. I think he a better fighter. Real talk. That's my opinion. But at this point, Errol Spence, he made me, I don't like the nigga no more. Okay? Hope he feed his family. I hope he fulfill his destiny in boxing, but he lost me. He lost me. After this weekend, bro, he lost me. I'm just not gonna just talk about him no more because I do have a biasness towards, I don't like the motherfucker no more. I don't like the motherfucker no more. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't like the nigga no more. After this weekend, man, last week I was just giving my hard opinion on it and keeping it 100, and I still had love for him. But you know what, man? Fuck that nigga, man. After this weekend, all that business 50-50 carry the one shit, and man, fuck that nigga, man. Personally, I don't know him. He can be cool all he want to. I don't give a shit. I ain't gonna crap no Modelo's with him open. I ain't gonna see him at the back at the Cinco de Mayo party or at the fucking block party. I don't like the nigga now. So I'ma just stay away from talking about him after this. I'm gonna stay away from talking about him after. I don't like the nigga. I'm just gonna keep real. At this point, y'all know, yeah, that nigga hate Eric. I don't want to say I hate him because hate is a strong word, but I don't like that nigga no more, bro. After this weekend, man, I'm just gonna put it on out there, man. You know what? I respect Adrien Broner. I respect Broner as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So all the stupid shit Broner do, that ain't because I hate Broner. I think Broner should be held to a higher. He should be maturing. But Adrien Broner, the fighter, man, like that nigga is a rare fucking breed, bro. Real talk, man. And a lot of motherfuckers, he probably hate my channel because I be creaming his ass because of stupid shit he do in the street. But That's how my uncles and my parents and grandparents held me to a certain standard to this day. They held me to that standard, bro. So I'm holding him accountable. When I talk about the stupid shit that he do, it ain't to do it for the views. It ain't to do it for the money. It ain't to do it for the click. It's to do it because I'm holding that nigga accountable. As black men, we should hold him accountable. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Fred trying to do. And a lot of other dudes hold him accountable. Like, dudes, well, guess what? You can't, a nigga in that tax bracket ain't listening to a nigga in my tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? They ain't listening to me. And that's cool. He ain't listening to his daddy, his mama, his twin brother, none of them. You know what I'm saying? But I respect him as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I respect him as a fighter. I really do. I respect him as a fighter. At least that nigga keep trying. At least that nigga keep trying. Donaire, I respect him as a fighter. Amir Khan, before he pulled that shit, man, I believe that nigga quit at this point. But he don't get the benefit of the doubt. But Errol Spence, man, I'm good on that nigga, bro. I'm just going to keep it real, bro. At this point, it's just like, I don't like that nigga. I don't like that. And he probably don't give a shit. Me neither. So I'm going to let it be known. So anything I talk about Errol Spence, y'all know right now, hey, that nigga good fella. I'm making it known right now. They can make all their videos and, he admitted, yep, I sure did. I'm going to keep it funky with you niggas. But when I break down fights, I'm not going to say, oh, man, Shawn Porter going to knock him out and Shawn Porter going to piece him up. He going to give him a 2-piece in the pot. Nah, nigga, I break down his fights. I'm going to just break down the fights and keep moving. But me, I don't like the motherfucker. I don't like the fucking way he talking. I don't like the way the niggas co-signing. I don't like all the fuck that nigga, man. You know what? Fuck that nigga. I'm just keep it real. I'm good. Personally, as Terence Crawford, I don't like Terence Crawford I don't know him personally, but I don't like that motherfucker neither. Like I said before, man, them niggas try to sue me for defamation of character. I ain't gonna forget that shit. I ain't gonna forget that shit, and I ain't never forget that shit. I like him as the fighter. As the person, sitting there not giving black media interviews and new media interviews, but still going over interviewing with ESPN, which he's obligated to. Still interviewing. Oh, man, fuck that nigga too, man. Let's keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all them niggas, man. I just want to see you fight. I don't give a fuck about Omaha. I don't give a fuck about Dallas, DeSoto, none of that shit, bro. I just want to see you fight. But the way Errol Spence was talking and shit this weekend, man, fuck that nigga. And Terence Crawford too, man. I don't give a fuck about that nigga neither, man. I don't give a fuck about none of them niggas, man. If you gonna fight, you gonna fight. If not, we moving on. Crawford is whatever he doing, how he doing it. Look here, man. Ain't none of this personal. I ain't cracking beer, but the way you niggas be talking and the way you niggas be moving in the media and the way you be cheesing over there with Radio Raheem and Ben Thompson, old bitch ass, man, fuck them niggas, man. Fuck them niggas, man. Fuck both of them niggas. When y'all fight, I pay my money, but it ain't to feed your family. It's because it's a good fight. Shawn Porter, Kenny Porter, fuck them niggas too. Keith Thurman, fuck him too. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas that's moving like, man, fuck all that whole division. Tank Davis, fuck him too. In my Richard Pryor voice. Everybody, man, fuck everybody, man. If you ain't fighting, fuck him. If you ain't fighting, fuck him. You around here bullshitting, you tiptoeing around. The only niggas I fuck with is Regis, Nuyuwa, Donaire, Manuel Rodriguez, Dr. Toast, Tabidi. All niggas I fuck with is in the tournament. Any nigga that's getting controlled by another promoter, controlled by another man, fuck him. If you can't be your own man, if you can't be your own man and do what you want to do in the sport of boxing, and some white guy or another guy pulling, fuck him, man. Till you niggas fight, man, fuck all them niggas, man. I'm gonna keep it real. They go and fight, make the fights, man, then okay, we okay. But real talk, the way they treating us, man, they putting the middle finger up to all y'all. Alex A, Facts Telling It, Real Boxing, Jose, what's going on? Mr. White, C4, they got their middle fingers up to us every day. Like that shit on Showtime, man. Come on, they had several middle fingers up at us. You know, fuck them, man. Fuck them niggas, man. I'm not about to be traveling to these fights, man. Man, fuck them, man. I'm already on the blacklist, so shit. They can put me on they gonna put me on the blackest of the blackest list. They can put me on the Dukembe Mutombo blacklist. The Kevin and Garnett blacklist. You Michael Blackston blacklist. You know what I'm saying? All of them can hear me. You could put me on blackity, blackity, I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety. Put me on the blackest list. That's where I belong, too. I belong on the blackity, 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 the blackest list, man. Go ahead, man. I don't want to eat y'all fucking food trays, no way. I don't want to interview no sweaty boxers and these greasy ass promoters. But like I said before, y'all right. Go tell them. Somebody make a video. Don't give a shit. Fuck Errol Spence. I don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. I don't care. You fight the fight I want to see. Best of luck versus Shawn Porter. Best of luck versus García. Whoever you fight, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. But the way, nigga, you duped me won't happen again, bro. It won't happen again. They won't get me with that shit again. They not gonna get Goodfellas Sports TV again. None of them. Heavyweights to fly. They ain't getting me. They ain't getting me no more. I'm telling you for real. You know, and my epiphany came. You know, let me get off because shit. I got food downstairs. Somebody texting me. Let me see. Oh, it's my boy. But my epiphany was when I'm gonna tell you my moment when Errol Spence epiphany was this weekend. He fuck him, okay? Fuck him. All right. I'm just keeping it real. Fuck him. But my whole epiphany on this was, and I said this before. I think I was saying it to Southside. We was on a long time ago, and I think me and Southside was on, or we was chopping it up or some shit. And I told that nigga or whoever I was on with, I said if Wilder turned flaw, I ain't capping for none of these niggas. I'm not capping, but I ain't defending none of these fighters no more. And when Deontay Wilder looked at Shelly, when they asked him, why did you turn down a $100 million offer on his own? And he looked at Shelly Finkel, and he told Shelly Finkel, I said, I'm done. I told myself, you said, you know what? I'm done. I said, when Wilder did that shit, man, and it's the little shit that I noticed, man. When you get older, you kind of pay more attention to detail. It's the little shit that I noticed, man. It's the little shit that I noticed, man. When he said that shit, and I look, I say, man. I said, did he really did this? I said, did he, like, I don't know who ever seen 30 for 30, Reggie Miller winning time. When Reggie Miller say, when John Stark said, did he really just did this? And I said, you know what? I didn't come out making the video saying, you know, F Wilder. I said, you know what? I'm just not going to endorse no fighters no more, man. I'm not going to go out the way and say, oh, Joshua ducking Wilder or Joshua ducking Ortiz, or I'm not doing that no more, man. Unless it's a blatant duck. Even if it's a blatant duck, I'm going to just sit my ass down now. I'm going to just talk. I'm going to talk about my regular boxing talk. I'm going to try to talk about that as long as possible. Do my prediction videos. I'm going to get back to basics with boxing. Other than that, I'm going to do a lot of football, a lot of basketball, a lot of music, entertainment, and you still going to get your boxing talk. So, for real, I'm going to just talk that boxing shit, that the news, and get my opinion. Maybe business, real fight, breakdown predictions, you know, fight reactions, and I'm just going to keep it real fucking simple. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny that I still don't see a lot of niggas making prediction videos no more, man. I see it's funny, but what you really gotta pay attention to is a lot of these niggas do it for the views. Okay, they do it for the views. Remember that, bro. And I was talking to somebody, and they was like, whoop 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 whoop, said that all these niggas don't want to hear about the technical thing. All they want to hear about is the bit, and it's good. It's good to cater, and it's good to cater to your audience. But nigga, I'm not catering to y'all niggas 100%. He said, "What happened to your boy Rivas? He lost his girlfriend, dog. When his girlfriend left him, he wasn't the same fighter, bro. Let his bitch come back and tell Estrada to come back and get that ass whooping. My nigga wasn't the same without his girlfriend, man. His girlfriend lost. When his girlfriend left him, you know, she must have came to America and got some American pipe. And she left him for some American pipe probably, but that girl took his soul. He done, you know, but at the same time, man, you know, I'm just going to keep it basic. I'm going to keep it simple boxing. And that is what it is. I'm not sitting here capping for PBC. I'm not capping for the zone. I'm not capping for Top Rank or Matchroom USA, Golden Boy. Look here, man. Wherever it's good boxing at, that's where I'm at for now on, man. You know, that's just what it is. And like I said before, my fight of the weekend, my special fight of the weekend is gonna be Hot Rod versus Arthur Beterbiev this weekend on ESPN. I think that's my favorite fight of the weekend because I don't think Danny gonna get a fair shake. But you know, clear, clean fight fun. Stockton, California this weekend. Beterbiev and Hot Rod, man. But let me get the fuck up out of here, man. But yeah, you can tell them I said fuck Errol Spence, man. Fuck them all, man. That's just how I'm riding, man. It ain't personal. It's just business. It's, you know, same thing, 50-50. You know, I'm out.